Hello, buddies. Look what we have here: JPG, Jean-Paul Gaultier, Lamal, ELIXIR, gold, and there's some red accents to it. As usual, we got the classic tin can of Paco. JPG's famous tin can, which you have to, it comes like this, and you have to carefully twist it open. Make sure you don't get confused. Some people are not familiar with this a bit unique packaging, and they go and might drop the whole container. So you need to sort of slowly twist the bottom part out, and then you'll see that it has some kind of a clasp at the top to hold the thing. All right. So yep, it's 75 mils, guys. 75 mils. I got this for about, it ranges from $75 to $80 more or less. It's got that classic ring that prevents you from accidentally pressing on the atomizer. Great for traveling if you have this thing. Kind of a kinky thing, don't you think? Right. So anyway, yeah, we go way back. The OG, you can see my OG. Back in the day, my father used to use it. Yeah, I started collecting, and you see there's a small amount just right at the groin. Oops. Okay, so this is like I just put it in the cabinet. Sometimes I just randomly spray it on. It's like it's interesting, this one, the OG. Okay, back to this flanker. I mean, there's been a whole bunch of flankers, and I don't think I'm gonna collect them all, because you see, okay, note to perfume companies: if you want people to start enjoying, besides enjoying collecting your perfumes, there are few things I would suggest having a limit, maybe 5 or 6. Stop it there. Have a nice theme about it. Don't make it all too similar. Just differentiated by a small eau toilet or perfume, like small terminologies and so on, so that nobody knows. Even the salesperson gets confused what you're looking for. You get confused what you're looking for. So I don't think it's a good way to do business. Anyway, who am I to advise them, right? Our focus is all about the juice. It's always about the juice. But okay, for those who are a bit of a yuppie, they like to put these things on their cupboard to show off to people and whatnot. This is a bit too, how to say, too flashy, guys, too bling bling. So if you are in like a more classy setup environment, more professional, this might not go well with the vibe, right? However, if you're an artist, or if you are like that kind of a not a cubicle kind of a person, then you can have it in your cupboard or whatever. It's gonna give it that cool loud look, if you like that loud kind of a style, right? People who like to keep I don't know, Sphinx statues in their desktop and so on. They want the loudness of it. Then this will be right up your alley. So what are the notes? Let me think. What are we opening with? Is it lavender? Okay, we might have some lavender, some mint at the top, followed by vanilla, benzoin, and at the bottom you got honey, you got tobacco. Okay, these kinds of things are what it's all about. Tonka bean, of course. Tonka bean is one of the strong elements here. This trend of warm, powdery, sweet perfumes I've been smelling, I think, since Paco Rabanne excess days. It's like it's got that whole powdery feel to it. It's become like quite popular nowadays. Of course, in the 70s and all, you get a lot of those grassy, green, a bit bitter even, the barbershop thing. That was the trend back in the day. As people have become more metrosexual, all the, now with all the kind of, how to say, less polarity between the sexes and all. Even some people are coming out with unisex perfumes and unisex clothing and all that. So that traditional bitter, green, woody, foresty kind of male perfumes have evolved in so many ways nowadays. Literally, it's a spectrum of smells. And of course, due to certain limitations, due to inability to use certain wildlife parts, and some allergen issues and some toxic products, the kind of crazy smells you had maybe in the 80s and 90s has been toned down a lot, right? So I told you about the notes. The simple question you would have in your mind is that, okay, I'm gonna get this or not? Is it good or not, right? So for the young, hungry, how to say, alpha male, the pit bull, out there to go party and to jump around, to sweat, yup, works in a cigarette smoke filled, loud, noisy, dirty environment. Yeah, you'll go, because your perfume would sort of overcome all the sweat and all that grime and everything, right? So it makes sense to wear something like this. It would work. At least people know, oh, he's wearing some perfume. If you go for like very light, airy stuff, I think today I smell earlier green tea perfume by what's that brand? It's one of the famous brands. It's not coming to me. They make Man in Black perfume. it's not coming to my mind. Okay, anyway, one of those, so those kind of some certain, like a certain Calvin Klein perfumes, which are like very light. The one, Calvin Klein, very light, airy, like more work-based perfumes. That's like a whole different vibe. You can wear that in a very sterile environment, right? It just emits a very mild scent, and then you're fine with it. But this grimy, dirty, noisy, this will go well with that. So yeah, it's sweet, it's powdery, and I think it's more sweet and powdery than this. I wouldn't say too strong projecting. Maybe I'm nose blind to it, but some people say it's like very, very strong projection. It's not horribly so. If you're gonna spray like a decent people would, maybe 1 or 2 at your neck, right, or 1 at your neck, 1 at your wrist, that's just nice. Just keep it light and simple. If you are going to heavy smoky cigarette areas, okay, you can put some in your armpit as well. But to go 10, anything above let's say 5 is already too much. Okay, that's what I would say for this. Pricing is just standard perfume pricing, standard how to say, supermarket, not supermarket, mall, right, mall kind of pricing. It's not one of those expensive niche type fragrances, neither is it a very cheap thing. So it's somewhere in the middle, popular, a long series of flankers, and so this is one of the recent ones. I don't think in the past 5 years, I mean, if you hear the word ELIXIR, you can like bet your bottom dollar more or less that this perfume was launched in the last like 5 years or so, for the most part. Okay, so there are some who really made the name kind of famous and all that. So I'll talk about the other ELIXIRs in another video, and maybe do compare and all that. So what's my verdict? I would give this not so great. I have more how to say, like the others, the what is the name for it, Ultramal, Parfum, Lamal Parfum. I think I really enjoyed them. So this, I would say, is somewhere in the middle, not the best, not the worst. Let's say I give it 2.5 out of 5, guys. Like that's this kind of mark I'm going to give this. It's a bit overhyped. I think you can get a lot of more interesting perfumes out there. But as I said, if you're in the market for something that's just to be with the crowd, be trendy, wear the happening thing, the new thing, and you like a bit sweet, powdery stuff, because the blending, I told you just now, a lot of notes, right? Mint, I told you about lavender, I told you about tobacco. They blended so seamlessly that you just have this powdery, slight, sweet cloy. That's it. Like it's like powdery stuff, full stop. So some with sharper nose might detect some of the mint early on. So that's what you get, right? Pretty much the lavender and tonka bean, like really, is the core here. So I mean, I like my Chanel, it's a more smooth kind of powdery, guys. Chanel Aloe Home Spot, right? That's one of my favorites back in the day. So that's the conclusion. 2.5 out of 5. Probably I'll doing some comparison with other golden perfumes as well. What others I have with me? Yeah, I wore this and drove around for a while, and they have interesting similarities. Let me tell you, the Golden Boys. I sprayed some on my wrist and then was driving around for some time with this, and I have all the previous Pacos as well. Anyway, not to distract myself. Okay, guys, thank you for listening to Scenthound. Of course, give your feedback if you have anything to suggest or to say. Otherwise, take care. Keep smelling good. See you guys soon. Bye bye. Much love, Scenthound.